Hello, I'm Dr. Sean Wise from Toronto Metropolitan University's Ted Rogers School of Management, and I'm delighted to share with you a case study entitled Profbot, Harnessing a Chatbot to Increase Student Outcomes and Engagement. I've been teaching for about 14 years, and when I started, this is what my classrooms looked like. Well-attended, students arrived on time, fully prepared, ready to engage with material. I don't know about you, but this is how it's going. I can barely get students to engage with material, let alone get them to engage with material outside of class. This, of course, is a big part of quiet quitting, doing just the minimum required to get by. And that, in a post-pandemic society, is a huge problem. A recent survey from Gallup said that almost 85% of fully employed people are quietly quitting their jobs, phoning it in, doing the minimum. But universities aren't any better. A recent survey of 1,000 college and university students discovered that 1/3 of college students put forth little or no effort towards their studies. 1/5 believe even that is unhealthy work-life, study-life balance. Worse even still is that 6 out of 10 university students believe that C's get degrees. So what is our response? How can we engage people who are quietly quitting? Well, we turned to OpenAI's ChatGPT and built ourselves a digital tutor we called Profbot. Profbot only does two things. It's a chatbot that asks questions, not any questions, questions from a list provided by a course instructor. Then students enter in their responses, and it compares and contrasts the student answers with a benchmark provided by faculty. This gives students real-time feedback on how to improve while they're studying. By doing so, we hope to shift from a passive learning environment to an active learning environment, and we hope to reap the benefits of chatbots, which often include a higher engagement rate. We feel that it will improve learning through personalized feedback, curated questions, and real-time instant response. But in order to get it adopted, we had to convince professors to let us use it. Professors raised a ton of potential risks. The ones that we needed to focus on included misinformation, bias, and privacy concerns. So we decided to do that through explicitly designing the chatbot in such a way that it couldn't do that. By limiting the capacity of the chatbot, we limited its access to misinformation and its ability to create a biased response. For our chatbot, only faculty provide questions, only faculty provide benchmarks. We don't ask the artificial intelligence to come up with questions. We don't ask it to come up with answers. We simply allow the faculty to choose what students should be focused on. To deal with the biased issue, we've limited it to only the professor's input is taken into account. So that means the only bias that remains is the bias inside of the professor, which is already there in everyday curation. Finally, to comply with privacy, we decided not to record the interactions between students and the chatbot, which was very good because it turns out if we did, even the possibility that professors would see their students' responses would impact the amount of engagement that was yielded. So what were the results? Well, we gave 243 students across 3 classes 9 days leading up until their final exam. This was a second-year undergraduate university class in entrepreneurship. Students were given 9 days to interact with Profbot. There was no cost, and they could interact as often or as little as they wished. In the end, 2,994 quizzes were generated. Each quiz was 5 questions and 5 minutes. Students could access them at any time, but interesting enough, 70% of all quizzes were done in the last 48 hours. We also found that almost all the students used the tool, and 80% of those students who used the tool ranked it as valuable, very valuable, or extremely valuable. So we have proven that giving personalized feedback is the key to creating a personalized learning experience and increasing engagement. Students who used Profbot 2 or more times experienced an increase in their final exam grade by approximately 5%. So where do we go from here? Well, we hope you'll join us. We hope you'll join us to build your own Profbot quiz today. You can do that at www.profbot.ai or by using the QR code on your screen. I'm hoping that if we all get involved, then we can go from this back to this. Thank you very much.